Look at me. Just stay with me. Let's focus. Let's stay in this present moment together. Let's focus only on what's happening now. Forget about the other stressors. Forget about the future, the past. Let's only focus on now. Alright? Can you do that with me? Okay. Alright, so just to prep you for the session, I'm going to help you take some of your sadness, some of your stress, some of your anguish away. And I'm just going to put it in a little container, and we're going to put it to the side for now while we're here with you and me. When the session is over and you decide maybe you want to face those things, I'll give it back to you and you'll be able to do that then. But for right now, I just want you to focus on you and me. So I just want to put those feelings to the side so we can focus, okay? Is that alright with you? Alright, perfect. So I have here, alright, so what I have here are some tweezers and some scissors. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick, and then I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to take what I cut off, and I'm going to put it in this container right here, and that is where your feelings will reside, okay? They're going to be right in this container, and then we're going to put it to the side, okay? Alright, are you ready? Okay, so first let me prepare the container. Alright. Okay, and I put the top right here, and I'll put this down right here. Okay, so I'm going to get started now, okay? So just let me know where you're feeling the most, and I'll pick that out, cut it, and put it in the box, okay? Alright, perfect. So, right here. And I put it right here. Doesn't that feel a little better? Alright, perfect. Can I continue? Thank you. Alright, so let me take this, cut it, and put it in the container. Alright, take, cut, put. Alright, take, cut, and put. Take, cut, put. Take, cut, and put. I'm just going to take right here, cut, and put. Take, cut, put. Take. This one's a little tough. It's perfect. And put away. Just a few more, so let me just take and put here. Take and put it here. And it looks like there's just one more, so let me just take it right down here and take and alright, perfect. So here we have the container filled with all your feelings right here, just in this little box right here. We filled it up with all your feelings. So now we're just going to close the container. And then we're going to put this to the side, okay? Alright, perfect. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and just do a few little nonsensical tests. They don't really mean anything. I'm not looking for anything, but they're just to help ground you in this moment. So just make sure you pay attention, focus on me, focus on us together, and it'll be great, okay? Perfect. Alright, so first I want you to tell me how many fingers am I holding up, okay? So, perfect, and perfect, and perfect, and perfect. Now, perfect, 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 and perfect. Okay, so you did really well there. Congratulations. So because you did really well, I'm just going to give you a really quick massage, and I really want you to focus on how it feels. Focus on the pressure, focus on the touch, just focus on how it feels for you, and try to really relax, okay? Alright, perfect. So first, I'm just going to do your shoulders first, so right here, and then the other shoulder right here. And just focus on both, so and just get behind the neck then. Alright, and just the front of your neck. Alright, so now I'm just going to tickle down your spine with 2 fingers. I'm just going to go shimmy down the spine with my 2 fingers, okay? So try to focus on that. So perfect. How did that feel? Felt nice, right? Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to feel your biceps and triceps. So if you could just flex a little for me. Alright, perfect. Yeah. So I'm just going to feel them. So feel, feel, feel. Nice. Okay, perfect. And remember, just focus on how it feels, okay? Alright, so I'm going to feel the other side. Feel, feel, feel. Alright, perfect. Thank you. Alright, that was perfect. So before we move on to the next little test, I just want to remind you that you are safe here. It is okay if you wander from time to time. Just make sure that you come back here, you be present, be grounded, stay here with you and me, and it'll be good, okay? Alright, perfect. It is okay to fail. It is okay to restart, try again. Just make sure that you always just come back, okay? Just come back here with me, and you'll be okay, alright? Perfect. So this next test is just going to be a light test, and I just want you to follow the light, alright? But first I want you to follow the light, so here we go. Perfect. Alright. Focus, hey. Focus. So I'm just going to do one more test, and that's basically an observation. I'm just going to observe your body. I might use a light sometimes. And I'm going to take down some notes about what I find. It's not anything scary, I promise. I'm just making little notes, like counting how many freckles you have, how many moles, things like that. Just taking a little silly observation, okay? Alright, perfect. Thank you. Do me a favor and hand me over your hands. So I'll hand this over, and I'm just going to take a look at it right here. Open up your palm. Perfect. And I'm just going to look right here. So follow this line. Follow this line. Follow this line. Okay, that looks good. I'm just going to poke at it a little bit. I promise it won't hurt. This is very dull. Poke. 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 Alright, the skin seems to be very elastic. So if you could just spread your fingers for me. Perfect. So give me right here, and just going to check in between them. Perfect. 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 Okay. If you could just flip your hand over for me. Alright, perfect. Thank you. And I'm just going to check the back. So let me just trace. I'm just going to trace little shapes on the back of your palm. Okay? Alright. So, what shape was that? A triangle. Yes. Perfect. Alright. Next one. What shape was that? A square. Perfect. Okay. Now that one was a little more complicated. What shape was that? Yes, it was a star. Okay? And it's the last shape. What shape was that? Yes, it was a circle. Alright, perfect. So I'm just going to continue looking at the back of your hand for a bit. I'm just going to introduce my light for 1 second. So keep your hand still. I'm just going to use this light. Perfect. Perfect. So let me just look. Good. Let me take a closer look at your fingernails. Yeah. 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 Okay. Good. Perfect. If you could just bend your fingers for me. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Just bend them. Perfect. Knuckles look good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, perfect. So you can have your hand back. There you go. Perfect. And I'm just going to write some notes down, okay? Just about stuff that I saw. So let me just write these down. Alright, perfect. Thank you. Alright, so if you don't mind, I just want to try something with you. It is okay if you've never done it before and you're not sure how to do it. I'm going to guide you through it. I just want you to try your best, and if you get too frustrated at any point, you can go away for a little bit and then come back. Give it another try if you want, or you could just sit back and listen to me talk through the instructions, okay? So what I'm going to do is just do a little meditation. I'm going to guide you through it, and we'll see how you feel afterwards, okay? Alright, perfect. So this meditation, so I have right here my DBT binder from when I went to DBT. And this is part of some exercises for awareness, some mindfulness, some grounding. And this one was my favorite one out of all of them. It just really resonated with me. So I think I would really like to share it with you, if that's okay. Perfect. So this one is awareness of connection to the universe. And it can be practiced at any time or place. It's all about focusing your attention on where your body touches an object, whether it be the floor or ground, air molecules, a chair or armrest, your bed sheets and covers, your clothes, etc. You try to see all the ways that you are connected to and accepted by that object. Consider the function of that object in relation to you. That is, consider what that object does for you. Consider its kindness in doing that. Experience the sensation of touching the object and focus your entire attention on that kindness until a sense of being connected, loved, or cared for arises in your heart. I don't know, I think that's very sweet. I think a lot of people often, including myself, get really lonely sometimes, especially considering how vast the universe is. It's really easy to feel alone. And this meditation just kind of reminds us how much we are loved and cared for by everything and everyone. So yeah, let me just guide you through it, okay? Alright, so what I want you to do is sit up straight as much as you can, as well as you can. Lean back into your chair so you're not too stiff, you're a little relaxed, alright? Relax your shoulders. Now what I want to do with your hands is have them face upwards, up to the air. And you can lay them on your lap, on your knees, on your armrest of the chair, on the bed, wherever you're sitting. Just lay them down, relax them, but make sure that you have your palms upwards, okay? So lay them right there. Take a deep breath. Okay. Then what I want you to do is, if you want to keep your eyes open for this one, you may, but you may also close your eyes. Just try not to have them wander too much because you might get distracted. But just make sure that whatever you do, you're comfortable with, okay? So what I want you to do with your mouth is you're going to relax it as much as you can, close it. And with the corners of your mouth, you're going to tug them up just slightly. Like you're smiling, but not all the way. Just going to tug the corners of your mouth up, okay? So remember, palms up, relax them, and then with the corners of your mouth, you're going to turn them upwards. You see that? It was very slight. That's what you want to do. All you want to do is feel them. You want to feel the muscles moving slightly. It may not be noticeable from the outside, but you want to feel them. So you're just going to move the corners of your mouth, okay? Perfect. And I want you to hold that position, if you can, for the entire meditation, okay? So I'm just going to run this through you. So, if you are sitting up, I want you to focus your attention on your feet touching the ground. Consider the kindness of the ground holding you up, providing a path of you for you to get to other things and not letting you fall away from everything else. Now, I want you to focus your attention on your body touching the chair you sit in. Consider how the chair accepts you totally, holds you up, supports your back, and keeps you from falling down on the floor. If you're on your bed, I want you to focus your attention on the sheets and covers on your bed. Consider the touch of the sheets and covers holding you, surrounding and keeping you warm and comfortable. Now, consider the walls in your room. They keep out the wind, cold, and rain. Think of how the walls are connected to you via the floor and the air in the room. Experience your connection to the walls that provide you with a secure place to do things. Go hug a tree. Think of how you and the tree are connected. Life is in you and in the tree, and both of you are warmed by the sun, held by the air, and supported by the earth. Try and experience a tree loving you by providing something to lean on or by shading you. So, you may relax now. In terms of that meditation, you don't necessarily have to do it with that reading that I just did. That was more of an example. But basically the focus of that meditation is just to be aware of everything around you and to see it with compassion and notice how it is looking back at you with the same love. So for example, when I first tried it, I was sitting on my bed and I focused on the sheets and the bed underneath me, and I felt so much love thinking about how it was holding me up, how it was using its power to hold me up, and how it cradled me. And it made me feel so loved, and it made me feel not alone, and it was really nice. And I hope that doing this meditation right now had provided you with the same feeling. Alright, hey, you still with me? Alright, perfect. So, just want to do one last thing before I let you off to relax and maybe sleep. I just want to scan your body for any areas of discomfort and pain, see if it's still residing in you. And if it is, I'm not going to take it out, I'm going to let it be. But I just want to observe it, see how it affects your body, and we're just going to sit with it, okay? We're going to sit with the pain, we're going to sit with the discomfort, and we're going to watch what it does to us. And we're going to live with it, and we're going to be kind to it, okay? Alright, perfect. So, shake your body out a little bit, relax. Okay. So, I am going to use the light again for this one. So I am going to use the light again for this one, if you don't mind. And I'm just going to scan. And when I find something, I'm going to stop and I'm going to take a look at it. And we're going to feel it together, okay? Alright, perfect. So let me turn this on. So let me go from here. Right here? Okay, perfect. Let me take a closer look. I see. Okay. I see it pooling. It's circling around. Now it's starting to move like a wave. I see how it's affecting you. And I see it starting to go away. It's still there, but it's definitely starting to go away, starting to wave over you. I can see the crashes and I can tell how much that might hurt. And at the same time, I'm seeing after the crash where it floats away and you are left with peace. Alright, perfect. So that one's not completely gone, but we're going to let it be for a little bit, let it continue crashing, let it continue coming in waves, and we're going to continue and look for other parts, okay? Alright, perfect. Okay. Right here? Alright, let me take a closer look. Yeah, I definitely see that. It's growing around you like mold. Little spots everywhere. This one's really taken over a little bit. That's fine. I see it's been here for a while. That's okay. Sometimes we don't have the capacity to deal with things when they come up. So we leave them alone for a while until we figure out how to deal with them by help from friends or a therapist. Sometimes we really need to be taught those things. We need to be taught how to deal with our emotions and how to feel them and let them go. But it's okay if you still have some moments where the emotions stay and fester like this one. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do with this one, we're going to see how it feels. I see it getting a little stronger. I see you've put it in the back of your mind for a while. And now that it's coming back to the front, I see that it's taking over a little bit more. It's really hurting, I can see that. That's okay. We're gonna let it hit us. We're strong enough to take it. We're gonna let it hit, and then we're gonna let it go. Perfect, just like that. I can see some of it start to go away. You just gotta be strong, let it hurt you, and then let it go. Alright, perfect. It's slowly starting to go. So let it hurt, and let it go. Perfect. Let it hurt, and let it go. Perfect. Just a little bit more. It's almost gone. You still got it. Don't worry. Alright. So I see you still having trouble with the part that's left. That's fine. We can leave it there. And whenever you're ready to face it again, it'll be a lot smaller for you to deal with. Okay? So you can deal with things at parts at a time. You never have to deal with everything all at once. You can break it up. And then, when you're ready again, just face it. Okay? Make sure you feel it. Notice how it's affecting you. And then you just let it go. Okay? Perfect. So now I'm going to continue scanning if that's alright with you. Right here? Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. It's kind of like a redness. A little irritated. That's fine. We can deal with that. So with this one, we're going to do the same thing of feeling it. So make sure you notice how it affects your body. Take a deep breath. What do you feel? Do you feel your chest tighten? Is your heart racing? Or do you feel your skin get a little hot, your cheeks get a little red? Or maybe you feel a hollowness, like it's empty. Maybe you have thoughts like, I'm not good enough. It's my fault. Or maybe you have thoughts like, why did this happen to me? Well, how could they do that to me? That's okay. You can have those thoughts, notice them, and then from those thoughts, you understand what you're feeling. It's helping you understand what you're looking at, and that way you can pay attention to it. Okay, so you think you're feeling a hollowness, and you feel like you're thinking that you're not good enough? Okay, so that usually indicates sadness, and I can definitely see that here as an irritation. You're definitely feeling a little bit of sadness in here. That's okay. So what we're going to do with this sadness is we're going to recognize it. We're going to look at it. Imagine it as a little person. Maybe as a little kid who's crying. Maybe as a blob who's blue and just keeps to itself. However you want to imagine it as a being, and imagine yourself across from it. Perfect. Just like that. You're doing really well. Okay, perfect. So then what I want you to do, just slowly walk up to it. It's okay if you need some time. You can't. It may be overwhelming. But when you're ready, I want you to walk up to it and shake its hand. Perfect. You're doing really well. Okay. Now after you shake its hand, This may be a little hard for you, but I believe in you. And you can do it whenever you're ready. You can even pause the video, come back later, whenever you're ready, okay? I want you to hug him. Hug them. Hug your sadness. And let it know that it can be here. And it's allowed to be here. And that you understand why it's here. And you're listening. You're listening to the sadness. And you're hearing what it's saying. And you're not trying to push it away. Okay? Perfect. Alright. I see it going away. Perfect. That one's actually completely gone now. So, I'm really proud of you. I know how hard that one was, but you did a really great job. Alright. So, I'm just going to scan a little more. Let me see. No. Sorry, I thought there was something. Alright, perfect. So, I think that was all the leftover feelings that we had. And I'm glad that I was helpful. I'm actually glad that they were there, because we were able to show you how to kind of deal with them when you arrive. So, when I give you the container back of your feelings, you know how to face the feelings. You don't have to do it all at once. You can just pick one feeling from the container, feel that, move on. Do them one at a time. You don't have to go all at once. You're only one person. You don't have to take on the emotions of 1,000. Okay? Alright, so let me get the container right here. So I'm going to give this to you. And like I said, whenever you're ready to face them, whenever you feel like you want to feel them again, let them go through you. You can open this and take it. Okay? So I'm just going to give this to you. Put it right here. Perfect. Alright. Alright. So, I hope this was comforting for you. I hope I helped you out a little bit. I know it was a little different from my normal videos, but I wanted to try something, especially considering how I've been feeling. I felt like I needed some comfort, and I figured other people needed that too, so I wanted to provide that where I could. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I did today, because all of it is pretty much based on stuff I learned in therapy. Obviously I'm not a licensed therapist, so I can't give you advice that will guarantee help you. But I can give you what I know from experience. So feel free to put any of your experiences in the comments. How you've dealt with things. If this was helpful for you. Things that it reminded you of that was helpful. And I'd love to hear that, okay? But thank you so much for spending this moment with me. You did a really great job. I hope that it was helpful. I really, really, really enjoyed spending this time with you. And I'm glad you were able to stay present for all of it. Okay? So, I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye now.